Welcome to the commencement ceremony of Arts in Motion or AIM Homeschool Cooperative. My name is Michelle Curtis, and as a member of the graduation committee and founder of Arts in Motion Co-op, it is my privilege to be hosting tonight's events. We would like to welcome family and friends for coming out tonight to support our graduates. Arts in Motion or AIM is a homeschool cooperative that started in 2014, 9 years ago. The students tonight are our second graduating class. AIM is an extracurricular co-op with classes taught by talented parents who are part of the homeschool community. The students tonight have worked so hard on their high school studies and in our group have performed in a whole host of performances, memorized countless lines, created art, learned skills in many areas, and created meaningful friendships. The families of these students have given countless hours and energy over the many years to help the 203 current students in our group to have a rich and meaningful experience. We will start tonight's events with a processional of the 2023 graduating students and an honoring of the parents. Our students will be honoring their parents this evening on behalf of all of AIM for all that they have done for us as a community and in recognition of their tireless work as dedicated home educators. Following the processional, played by Cosette Curtis, we will have an invocation by Amy Stock, former AIM president and member of the graduation committee. Please stand for the graduates.
gracious Father in heaven, we are grateful that we can gather together as a community of friends and families to celebrate these graduates, and we appreciate the Bountiful Community Church, their partnership and their support of the Arts in Motion program, and we are grateful to be gathered together. We ask that you please bless us with strength and with progress, and we say these things in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Our speaker this evening is Holly Hyde. Holly is our current AIM president and a native of Davis County. Over her last year as AIM president, Holly has helped polish our internal documents and restructure an AIM day. Holly graduated from Woods Cross High School and studied at Snow College and the University of Utah, where she studied music and English education. She also completed a full-time mission with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in the Eugene, Oregon mission. She plays the string bass and has participated in the orchestra on Temple Square for more than a decade. In our co-op, Holly founded the AIM Choir Program, Coyote Camp, our annual summer nature camp, the AIM Family Camp Out, and now teaches photography classes. Holly met her sweetheart, Andrew Hyde, while singing together in a choir that performed for rest homes each Sunday evening, and they are now raising and educating their 4 children. She has been a member of AIM since its founding 9 years ago, has held the position of Vice President and Treasurer prior to being President. Please join me in welcoming Holly Hyde.
Well, to our 2023 AIM graduates, congratulations. Taylor, Ruby, and Isabelle, we love you. It's easier to do this when we don't care about the kids. I recently had the opportunity to spend a little time with our graduates during Singing Portraits, and I want you to know they are delightful. They are polite, fun, confident, optimistic, and ready for whatever life will bring them. I'm very proud of each one of you and who you are. It would be hard to think of a group that has better claim to Robert Frost's The Road Not Taken than homeschoolers. 2 roads diverged, and you have taken the road less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Homeschooling requires a leap of faith. It requires bravery and pushing into unknown territory. Your parents have set the example by making this leap with you, believing that there is a different path to be explored. You have now walked that path, and consequently have a unique perspective. Your experience has been different, and because of that, you are in a position to go and make a difference. Today I'd like to share 3 brief thoughts on how you can utilize your experiences as homeschoolers and in AIM as you pave your way in life. First, be a builder of community. In AIM, you've grown up surrounded by a strong sense of community. AIM is a manifestation of what is possible when people cooperatively work together towards an overarching goal. I hope that you will be able to reflect on your time in AIM and use your experiences here to help you build different types of communities throughout your life. AIM is also full of differences. We have different interests, different talents, different opinions, different personalities, and different needs. But by choosing to work together to build something greater than any one of us could achieve on our own, our differences have made us stronger. Each week during our AIM Welcome Song, we sing about the importance of kindness and respect. To be kind is to have goodwill towards those around you. It's to delight in contributing towards the happiness of others, cheerfully working to supply wants, alleviating distresses, and perhaps most importantly, kindness accompanies love. Respect builds relationships and connection. It's being willing to give attention to and consider the thoughts of others, perhaps especially when they are different from our own. It has been said if we look for human frailty in humans, we will always find it. In contrast, if we look for the goodness and strength in people, we will find it. Through respect, you will be able to see the best parts of people, and by seeing their best, you will be able to connect with them and learn from them. So be kind and respectful, and be a community builder wherever you go. Second, continue to be an enthusiastic amateur. Fill your life with the things that you love. In the next several years and beyond, there will be a lot of focus on your vocation. What's your major? What did you do and where did you study? Having a vocation is, of course, a good thing, and I hope that you find something you truly enjoy. But less emphasized, and perhaps even more important, is the discovery of your avocations. An avocation is what you do for the love of it, and not necessarily for pay. Cultivate a life rich with avocation. Surround yourself with things you love and things that excite and inspire you. Amateur is a word that's developed a negative connotation in our modern language, but the truth is the world needs more amateurs. The word comes from the Latin amo, which means to love something. At AIM, you've had the chance to be an amateur actor, musician, artist, dancer, engineer, photographer, athlete, chef, and more. I hope that you will continue to be amateurs, excited to find what you love and to learn all that you can. In his book, Eat That Frog, Brian Tracy wrote, "Refuse to allow a weakness or lack of ability in any area to hold you back. Everything is learnable, and what others have learned, you can learn as well." So here's the secret. No one enters adulthood having it all figured out. And as you go through life, you'll probably find gaps in your knowledge. So what? Don't be afraid of your gaps. Seize them as opportunities. Pursue them, and you will continue to grow in your own understanding and in your ability to create and to help those around you. So do things for the sheer love of it. Be an enthusiastic amateur in the truest sense of the word, and seize any opportunity to learn. Finally, be a cultivator of story. Graduates, I'm going to make an educated guess here that a big part of your homeschooling journey has included stories. True? I never see Nate without a book in hand. I know that he's an avid reader. Stories are powerful. They show us the human spirit and what is possible. They teach us about journeys, hardships, courage, and ultimately becoming. A good story leaves its character forever changed, and a great story forever changes us. Catherine Patterson, a two-time Newbery Medal winner and author of Bridge to Terabithia and Jacob Have I Loved, wrote, "All of us know of books that have profoundly changed us, but it's because we chose to be changed." When Patterson's asked by children, "Is it true? Is your story true?" she answers, "I hope so. I meant for it to be true. I tried hard to make it so." Stratford Caldecott wrote, "Stories are true in the deeper meaning of the word, in that they reflect the way things really are." You've begun your own life stories. Like characters in the books you have read, you've had to learn, grow, face hardships, find your courage, and overcome obstacles. I would love to read each one of your stories. They would be inspiring. It's now that you leave what you know and start to forge your own path. As you move forward, I hope you will reflect on the stories that have taught, inspired, and ultimately changed you. I hope that you will be eager to hear and learn from the stories of those you meet. When you find someone you admire, take time to learn about them and how they came to be who they are. And I hope that you will often reflect on your own life and take note of the ways that you are becoming the hero of your own story. Be a cultivator of story, especially your own. Now, graduates, as you sit here, I invite you to look out at this audience, at the many faces of people who love you, your family, friends, teachers, and mentors. I hope that when you come to a chapter in your life that feels difficult, because sometimes that's just how life goes, you will remember the people here and elsewhere who have watched you grow up, who fiercely love you, believe in you, and will be rooting for you for the rest of your lives. Henry Longfellow, a great mentor of mine, wrote, "Lives of great men all remind us we can make our lives sublime, and departing, leave behind us footprints on the sands of time. Footprints that perhaps another, sailing o'er life's solemn main, a forlorn and shipwrecked brother, seeing, shall take heart again. Let us then be up and doing, with a heart for any fate, still achieving, still pursuing, learn to labor and to wait. It has been spectacular watching each of you come into your own, and on behalf of all of us, I want you to know how proud we are of the people you have become. You are now prepared to journey out into the world, armed with your own unique perspectives and hearts. We have no doubt that you will contribute great things, and that your stories and your lives will be magnificent. Thank you.
We will now hear from our graduates. Today, each student will have the opportunity to share with us some reflections and thoughts about their educational experience. We will hear from Isabelle Biesinger first, then Taylor Brown, Nathaniel Dodge, and Ruby Jones.
Hello, friends. I'm honored to be here, and I love seeing all of your beautiful faces. Thank you for coming and supporting me on this amazing day. I feel honored to be graduating alongside these wonderful teams. It has been a blessing to get to know them throughout my journey through AIM, and I know that each of them will be a beacon of light and a force for good in this world. AIM holds many wonderful memories for me. My family and I joined when I was 10 years old, and the experiences that I've had here have shaped my life, hopefully for the better. Graduation has always seemed so very far away. But I'm looking forward to taking this next step, though nerve-wracking it may be. I was recently reflecting on an experience that I had a couple years ago. Me and a couple of my friends participated in the faith walk. All of us were led to a beautiful grove where we were told to wait until somebody would come and get us. One by one, we were taken, blindfolded, and led to an iron railing, and told to not let go, hold on both hands, and to call out to our personal angel assistant if we needed any help. I progressed on my journey, feeling very confident, and I knew the routine. I was just so happy to be having that experience, and then all of a sudden my foot hit into what felt like a rock. And in my blindfolded state, all of a sudden I was standing before a huge stone wall. And it was high above my head, towering and casting a cold, dark shadow over me. Well, understandably, I panicked, and I called out to my personal angel assistant and wondered how I was supposed to get around, what I was supposed to do. And then I heard the words, "Step over," come into my head, and confused, I felt with my foot the rock in front of me, up and up and up until my foot was resting on top of the rock. It was about this big. Looking back, it seemed so silly that I was imagining this huge stone wall, this massive hurdle to get over, seemingly impossible to get around. But sometimes that's how it is in life. There are so many stumbling blocks that are laid in our path, but sometimes all we need to do is step over. Even if it was a huge stone wall, I know that I could have gotten around it. I could have gone past that stone wall because I wasn't alone. I want to thank you all for being my personal angel assistants. so thankful for the experiences I've had at Amy. I want you all to know that I'm just a phone call away. I love you all. Thank you.
Hello everyone. I just want to start by saying thank you. Thank you to all the moms that have spent countless hours teaching me life skills. I have learned so many things throughout AIM and become friends with so many wonderful people. Funny enough, I was very reluctant to join AIM in the beginning. My mom told me it would be so fun and I'd make lots of friends, but I wasn't so sure. I still remember the first day I came and everyone was so nice and made me feel so welcome. I remember running around the field playing sharks and minnows, and it was a party. From that day forward, I knew AIM was the place for me. I'm grateful that my mom pushed me to give AIM a try, because from that day, Thursdays became and still are my favorite day of the week. There's just such a special feeling you get every time you come to AIM, and I wouldn't trade this experience for the world. Just a little bit about me, I love to dance. I started when I was 5 and I had no idea what I was getting myself into. And then when I was 8, I decided to start taking ballet, and I'm still working on it to this day. Despite spending most of my time enhancing my ballet technique, I also love hip-hop, jazz, and contemporary, not to mention all the epic AIM dances that have been thrown. Essentially, anytime I get the chance to dance, I'll take it. I also love to sing. I've been singing it since I was 5, and I love singing in choirs, but my favorite place to sing is in the car. I also love theater because it combines my 2 greatest passions, singing and theater, and dancing. And I'm so grateful to Miss Addie for providing countless theater opportunities. Currently, I am working at Stanford and I love it so much, and I hope to continue working there for as long as I can. Now, my guess is most of you already knew all of that, but some things you might not know about me is I love to solve Rubik's Cubes. I developed this passion in 2020 when I was just sitting around for countless hours, and Zoom classes instantly became a lot more enjoyable. I also love keeping streaks. This is so random, but no matter how silly or important the task might be, if I commit to stick with it, I will. One example of this is on the language app Duolingo. I have a 980 plus day streak, and I plan to keep going with it. Now, I thought about listing all the people and classes that have made a significant positive impact on my life, but I realized we'd be here all day. You've all made such a positive impact on me, and I want to thank everyone who has helped make me so special. I also want to thank my family for always supporting me in all my endeavors and being with me even when things get really crazy, because my life is crazy. And I want to specifically thank my mom and dad for always being my supporters and helping me grow into the person I am today. I would not be here today if it weren't for them. And so I'm so grateful for all of you. Thank you.
Alright, hi everyone. I really do want to say first off thank you for everyone who's come here to support me as well as everyone else who's graduating. And second off, to start my speech off, have any of you ever heard of a brand of condiment called Cranch? Essentially what that is it's ketchup and ranch in a bottle together. It is very unique as far as condiments go, and I feel like, in a way, we're all our own bottles of Cranch. It's very unique, and I feel like, ultimately, we are all born unique, but what can help every one of us really pop is having something else be mixed into us through classes, through passions, through people supporting us, and I feel like, ultimately, everyone has that chance here at AIM and throughout my entire homeschooling life. I started AIM only around 2.5 years ago, so I've not been here as long as everyone else here has, but I have enjoyed every moment of it and enjoyed so many different classes that have really helped me find my passions and know what I want to do with my life. This includes cooking, drawing, and art. And and that is the ranch and the ketchup. That is what has given me my own personal flavor of, I feel like, uniqueness, and I feel like that will apply to so many more people who go through this course, as well as us who are graduating this year, to really just push ourselves a bit and maybe get a bit more so that we can maybe even become more unique and have many more flavors mixed into us so that we can have a very fruitful education and life. And that's what it's really about. Life is not just one singular experience, it's all of those experiences together. And that is what helps AIM and overall homeschooling pop. You have the options to go and do all of these different things, and because of that, I'd really like to thank my mom and my family for giving me those choices, even outside of AIM, to do like classes I would have never had the chance to do, like a debate league, or really random engineering classes when I was around 10 that I probably should not have been doing, but ultimately I really do just want to thank all the very good teachers and the presidents and everyone who's helped AIM keep running so that even me, who has not been in this as long as anyone else here, I can still have an amazing and great and fun time. And even though this is not as long as everyone else's, I'd still like to thank you, and especially thank my mom.
I'm the last one, so here's the verse. And I would also like to thank everyone for a wonderful time at AIM, and I don't want to start crying, so please just give me a speech. When you receive a hug, what do you feel? Do you feel peace, comfort, or love? When you receive a hug from someone you care about, or you find that everything is going to be okay, and everything is going to work out the way it's supposed to. You can find the same power inside of each of us. This last New Year's, I chose a word as a guide for my coming year. The word was embrace. Now, when you think of an embrace, you might think of a hug, but it also can be defined as acceptance or support, a belief, theory, or change, a willing to be enthusiastic about life. On this long, arduous journey of life, we push through trials and errors, but always pushing on can be referred to as a quest. A quest to seek truth in each of our blossoming, adventurous lives. One wise individual who knew the impact of slavery stated once, "Don't follow the path, go where there is no path and begin a trail. When you start a new trail, equipped with courage, strength, and conviction, the only thing that can stop you is you." These powerful words are from Ruby Bridges, one of the most inspiring women of the Black Revolution. This coming year, I will adapt to new things and experiences that will change my life. I will start embracing new things in my life after I graduate. AIM has helped me start this process of creating and embracing things to come. To be okay when things don't turn out well, and to be okay with myself and my personal values. AIM has helped me strengthen what I already believe to be true. These classes help define the power of creating and giving light to others. AIM has helped me to embrace a different kind of learning, a learning that provides joy and creativity. As I take my next step into the world, I realize from experiences that I had here that the world isn't as scary as we think it is, and we aren't as different from each other as we thought. People aren't as scary as they seem. Through these first few months of the year, I have learned that people are people and people are good. We as humans by nature are built to be kind. The world is a big place and full of many types of people. Just maybe, if given a chance, people who are different from us can become our greatest friends. I want to have the courage to approach the world in a way I believe we can find comfort and power through an embrace from the most unlikely candidates, people who are unlike ourselves. I am committed to seeing the world as it is, I want to be able to discern falsehoods from the truth and base my facts on what I truly believe. I commit to making the world a place of joy and ideas. I feel like I can do this by sharing my talent of music with others and creating songs with uplifting beats and messages. I want to live in a world where there is love and kindness to all and everyone isn't tied up in having a certain status or group. I want to live in a world where there is a common ground of beliefs and we all can accept others for who they are and the beliefs we find different from ours. I want to live in a world that embraces new ideas and craves the joy and creativity AIM has provided me through the years. AIM has taught me how to love learning. AIM has taught me how to love others, but most importantly, AIM has taught me the value of an embrace. Thank you.
We will now be favored with the song Irish Blessing by the choir and graduates. We will now have a presentation of the diplomas. The names today will be read by Leanne Mears, Vice President of AIM, who is retiring after 3 years of dedicated and thorough service. And diplomas will be handed out by President Holly High, assisted by our teacher coordinator, Lori Love.
Isabelle Biesinger. Taylor J. Brown. Nathaniel Stephen Dodge. Ruby Catherine Jones.
We will now sing the AIM graduation song as a congregation, accompanied by Cassette Curtis. As a note of explanation, the AIM welcome and goodbye songs are of the traditional gathering songs of our organization. We sing these songs at the beginning and end of our co-op days to either gather the students together or to tell them to go to class or to leave it. It is a method of communication by our members at the beginnings and endings of our days. It is a repeated song sung over and over as a call to our students. The AIM graduation song is sung to the same tune as our welcome and goodbye song, but it is only sung at our graduation and parting with our students in recognition of our final gathering with them. As a last call within the community, it is sung 3 times as a blessing of hope from the co-op for the children, now adults, who have grown up in our community. We will sing it now for our graduates. The words can be found in your program. Graduates, please rise and come to the front. like to take this opportunity to thank the graduation committee and others who helped make tonight happen. For the choir and members playing our music this evening, and for the BCC for the use of their beautiful building. We will now have a reception of the graduates, played by Cosette Curtis and Sterling Simmons. Afterward, there is food and a photo area, as well as memory tables for each student. Please feel free to stay and spend time with your graduates. Audience, please rise for the procession.